I'm David Hill with New York Habitat. It's a beautiful day in May. We're in Greenwich Village, home to a community that has arguably changed the world. We're going to show you around a bit. A great place to start our tour of Greenwich Village is Washington Square Park, home of the Arch, built in the late 1800s to celebrate George Washington's presidency. The park is a meeting place for both young and old. You'll find impromptu live music, playgrounds, street performers, chess tables, and more. Surrounded by New York University housing, this area is young and alive with an almost carnival atmosphere. This small area found south of 14th Street and west of Broadway has been home to rebels, nonconformists, beatniks, bohemians, and starving artists for over 100 years now. This is the closest you'll get to a Parisian feel in New York. You'll find tightly packed, low-rise brownstones with tiny gardens, secondhand stores, tons of cafes and restaurants, and a whole lot of fun history. Starting in the 1800s, Greenwich Village became the epicenter of art and music in New York. Artists and musicians flocked from all over, looking for camaraderie, inspiration, and affordable housing. During the time of Prohibition in the 20s and early 30s, many secret bars started springing up around New York called speakeasies. In fact, the author Henry Miller opened his very own speakeasy at his apartment right here on Perry Street in Greenwich Village. If you knew the secret password, you were down in the basement. After the Second World War, the village was taken over by the Beat movement. Beatniks, with their bohemian live and let live lifestyles, spent their time in the many coffee houses, jazz clubs, and poetry reading forums of the village. The paths of many musicians, writers, and actors passed through the eclectic streets of Greenwich Village. Bob Dylan, Jimi Hendrix, Edgar Allen Poe, and Mark Twain, just to name a few. We're on MacDougal Street now, considered by many to be the heart of Greenwich Village, frequented by many artists and famous musicians such as Bob Dylan, Matthew Broderick, and Eleanor Roosevelt. Located at 115 MacDougal Street, Cafe Wah is a club in Greenwich Village that's been a home to various musicians and comedians over the years. Bob Dylan, Jimi Hendrix, Bruce Springsteen, the Velvet Underground are just a few of the many icons that have found their beginnings at the Cafe Wah. Back in the 70s, the starving artists knew that all they needed in order to eat was 25 cents, because a quarter was all it took to get a falafel at Mamoun's on MacDougal Street. If the names Joey, Chandler, Ross, Monica, Rachel, or Phoebe mean anything to you, then you are a fan of the show Friends. If that's the case, make sure you come down to the corner of Bedford Street and Grove here in Greenwich Village. You will find the famous Friends building, where a few of the Friends supposedly lived during their time here in New York City. The West 4th Street Courts, otherwise known as the Cage, is where you'll find some of the greatest basketball players in the world. I'd hop in for a game, but I didn't bring my ball and shoes. A lot of people think that Carrie Bradshaw's apartment in Sex and the City was filmed in the Upper East Side, but actually the exterior of it was filmed right here in Greenwich Village. 66 Perry Street. Mark it on your maps. And don't forget, one of the best ways to experience Greenwich Village is to live in it. And what better way than by renting a furnished apartment from New York Habitat. Hop on our website at www.nyhabitat.com and you'll find thousands of furnished apartments in all shapes and sizes in the village and all over New York City. We're all out of time for our tour in Greenwich Village, and there are tons more things to do still. If you've got some ideas, make sure you leave them in the comments below.